Hey, how are you? How you doing, guys? Hello, Diane, Patrick, Kevin, Mr. Hans, Chandru, Alex, Lilia. How you doing? How you doing today? Tricky day today, right? Tricky day today. It was for sure. Hey, Stefan. Hello, Max. Michelle. How you doing? Very tricky day. But let me tell you, I miss most of it. I miss most of it. Today my wife's birthday. Today my wife's birthday. So uh you know, breakfast with her. I actually need to rush this trade review because we are going for lunch together. Uh Fancy dinner. She's the boss. She's the boss. Uh Hello, Global. Octavio, Bebo. Hola, Rafa, Dennis. CL, thank you, CL. McDonald's? No, I think she doesn't like McDonald's. She wouldn't accept lunch, birthday lunch in McDonald's. That's for sure. Hello, Namosiwa. Hey, Kumar. Yeah, she actually. I mean, my kids love McDonald's. They just love it. My oldest, when she was on middle school, junior high, on Fridays, like how kids are, right? Like, oh, dad, can I walk with my friends? And you pick up later, and like on the Starbucks or and anywhere else, just not school, right? So they walk to McDonald's every Friday, and she love it. She love it. Now the one in the middle, she just joined junior high, so she's doing that on Fridays again. But the little one, he can live in McDonald's. He just love it. He just love it. Everything. And for being honest, I do like it, but I mean not that much. I mean not for like going every week or something. But anyways, she just hated it. My wife, she just hated it. So no, she's having a fancy dinner. She's having steaks. So yeah, she knows the life. She knows better. All right, guys. So what happened? What happened? SPY. SPY was kind of weird, right? So we had nice price action to the upside on the pre-market, but we kept rejecting this area here, this 683 area. We kept rejecting here, and I was trading from my phone. I was trading from my phone. That's why this screenshot it's a bit different than usual. But what I did, it's after this strong candle 936 and rejection of this previous day high. I was looking for some weakness here. I had this area here. I had this area here, mark. So when we broke and retested this area here, pre-market high, and then another drop, I took my position right here, 946. I know it's kind of early for this erratic price action. Anyways, I mean, I already had this area here uh, since my pre-market. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take this rejection here, and if this breaks again this area, I'm gonna take my trade. Where, well, for being honest, I was expecting pre-market low, right? But well, I was happy with this low of the day right here, and we swipe this liquidity here, uh, and then we bounce, right? What is this? 681.50. Well, you know the drill. Uh, Half numbers, whole numbers, they are always important, especially for the indices. So we took the bounce here. So I opened my position right here, 946. I took 1/4 my position on this candle here when we broke this 681.69. This is a 50-minute chart key level. Then I took half my position on this candle here with this bounce right here on this 681.50. And then I closed my position, 1/4 of my position break even right here on this candle. Why? Because I have this rule. I mean, this is a very personal rule, guys. I mean, this is not something that you all should have unless you like it, right? Unless it works for you. So once I hit more than 25% on my contracts, I move my stop loss to break even on the contracts, not on the asset, on the contracts. So again, this is part of my personal playbook. This is a rule that works for me, but I'm very disciplined taking profits on every push, right? Every push. So why I took my last quarter position right here on break even, because I have like 3/4 of my position right here around 50%. That's why, right? So again, that's a rule that works for me, and this is something that I tell you very often. You should have a strategy that fits your personality and not the other way around. Why? Because if you try to copy someone else's strategy, your risk tolerance might be different. Your profit targets might be different. Your way to manage your trade might be different. Your I don't know, like your entry confirmation might be different. Your stop loss or your, like how you close your trades or how you trail your runners might be different. So it's very hard to take your personality and fit it into someone else's strategy. So what you need to do, well, you need to find out a strategy that fits your personality, not your personality fitting into something else. Why? Because then rules will become a burden. They will become like something holding you, something limiting you, instead of something taking care of you, right? Because your rules should be boundaries to take care of your positions, to take care of your edge, not to pushing down, not to keeping you like inside of an uncomfortable zone. So that's why I insist, right? I mean, for example, this break retest boom, it's something that I use because I like it, because I can't handle red candles. I'm not afraid of these sell-offs. I'm not afraid of fast price action. I'm not afraid of these bounces here like this. Why? Because that's my personality, right? That's why the break retest boom works with me, works with my personality. But if you find out that, I don't know, like puts are not your thing, you should be looking to a strategy that just only goes only goes long, right? Only goes long, or you should be looking for a strategy that has a lot of confirmations, right, or confluences, so you can be like like more confident when taking your trades. And that's it. I think it was yesterday, Declan, he was asking me a few questions about my entries, and he said like, hey Neto, I remember you told us that your entry needs to be at least 1 to 1.5 risk reward to high of the day or low of the day. And I told him like, well, it's not. I mean, it's only for taking calls. When I'm taking calls, I like to be at least 1 to 1.5 risk reward from my entry to high of the day. But when I'm taking puts, I don't care if I buy at low of the day. Why? Because I'm expecting these drops. I'm expecting this. Sorry about that. I'm expecting this aggressive price action. So it's different, right? It's different. And well, that's it. I mean that was just part of my reasoning on how I take my trades, my reasoning on how you should be choosing or selecting the right strategy according to your strengths, according to your personality, according to your skill set, even to your skill set, right? I mean, if you are quick to get in, get out of a trade, this is the kind of trades of the strategy that fits your skills. If you are not that fast to get in, get out, I mean, you should be considering something different, right? So again, this is something that I recommend every time to you. Get a strategy that fits your personality, your strengths, your skill set, instead of like trying to fit all that into someone else's strategy. All right, so okay, so just as I was telling you guys, this was my trade. I only took this because I just as I explained, I was taking breakfast with the birthday girl. But later in the day, I was watching this. So we reclaimed pre-market high. We actually reclaimed previous day high. We came back and look at this candle here. Look at this candle here. This is 10:11 a.m. candle. Look how nice it comes for this liquidity here. Exactly the point of my entry to the downside, right? So come back, tag this area here, bounces here, and the next candle, it's my indication that this move is to the upside, right? This move is to the upside. Well, I was expecting to be at least 683.50 here. I didn't take this trade, but I mean, what I will be expecting about this play is to get at least, well, at least high of the day. High of the day will be, well, look at this. I mean, you actually hit the body of these candles here of high of the day, and it was a 1 to 1.9 risk reward, and you actually tag this point 1, 2, 3 times. So even when it didn't hit my target here, I mean, you should be able to manage your position something here, right? I mean, 1 to 1.9, it's very decent, right? At least for the first stream. Maybe you didn't take like 50% of your position, but 1/4 of your position, I bet you did. And after this candle here, maybe you took something more on the way down, and I mean, you were stopped at break even or small loss here, but it was not like a full loss on this trade. So that's the way I will manage my position here. Then what happened here? Then we came back, broke the 5-minute opening range low, actually retested this 15-minute chart key level. But look at this. This is kind of erratic. This is kind of very erratic price action. I mean, this candle here is like, oh, well, I mean, this might go to the upside again. It actually came back, tags again, 681, and then finally go to high of the day and then drops again. So guys, this is a very good question. Is SPY ever been volatile? It is. I mean, this is just a Tuesday, right? This is just a Tuesday on SPY land. Yeah. All right. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Okay, so Kumar, you took the first one and the fourth one on your chart. This one here. Nice. Missed the third one because I went to the bathroom. Yeah, you should be ready, brother. You should be ready. Yeah, these 5 minutes were like a big difference, right? Kumar, what do you think? 1039 entry, 1039 entry here. Well, I mean, it's a nice entry, but for context, look at these candles here. This candle here, this 1030 candle, it's telling you there's something here, right? It's telling you there's something here. 681. If we go to, okay, right here. Let's take a look to 681. Let's go to the 1 hour. Oh, that was the, okay. What if we draw a box here? 681. Okay. That's it. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. 681. Okay, well, 681 has been multiple touches on the 4 hour chart. Do you see? What about the daily chart? Touches here, here, rejection, bounce here, rejection here, bounce here, rejection here. So 681 has been a very relevant key level. So I will be very careful of, taking a trade right here above 681. Do you see why? I just want to be sure that you understand why this 681 it's so relevant. Okay, the month. So the month here, So this 681 has been a strong area of demand. So that's why, yes, we are taking intraday price action for our place, but look at this. This bounce right at 681 is telling you things, right? It's telling you things. So if you were missing the higher time frame hints, maybe that was the thing that made you take this trade right here. Who was that? Kumar. Is that clear, Kumar? Well, let me tell you something, Kumar. I'm gonna read Kumar's question. So when we have such huge weeks, we should quickly zoom out to see if that is caused by a strong zone. Well, this should be on the pre-market. This should be done on the pre-market. You should have a very good idea of these kind of areas. If you don't have marked, if you didn't mark this area here, you should be aware of these kind of areas, right? So 680, 681 has been a strong demand zone on SPY for the past weeks. So yeah, maybe if you didn't mark this area here, you should be aware of this area here by, by heart or by memory, right? And that's and actually, Kumar, this is a very good introduction to something that I tell you very often. Not to you, Kumar, but to our friends here. If you focus on one ticker or two tickers instead of watching 10 different names, instead of watching SPY, QQQ, and 6 different tech names, if you focus on just one or two names, you can identify this kind of zones. You can have a good memory of what happens on these pivots, on these whole numbers, on these psychological areas, right? Why? Because you don't need to be thinking on too many things. You already know what is going on your ticker, and you know it by the back of your hand, right? So that's one of the reasons that I always recommend you stop watching too many names and just focus on one or two, right? This is one of the reasons, Kumar. I'm not saying you watch 10 different names. I'm just saying if we focus on one or two names, then we can, then we can start doing something like that. Yeah. So what about this past trade, the fourth trade? I know. Well, but look at the price action here. Look at this drop here. Well, it's actually very similar to here, but you already had the bounce here. I mean, this is what I mean. I mean, right here, you are coming to test this area. You are coming to test this area, and here you already bounce on this area, right? So it's a bit different here. It's a bit different here because you already bounce from here. You already bounce from here. And what do you have here? Well, you have this candle here with a strong candle wick to the upside. And here it's different because here you are just watching weakness, and also this is not the first time you visit this area, right? So what happened here? Probably you already depleted liquidity on this area, and it's going for the next liquidity pool. All right. So that's something that's also something something important on context, right? For example, here we created high of the day. We tried again and we failed. We tried again and we failed. So what is price gonna do? Well, it's gonna go hunt for more liquidity, trying to build another leg to the upside. What happened here? Come back, tag this green line. It's the previous week high. Come here, tries to break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at how many candles here. And when you don't break with the strong momentum this level here, and you have only this shy break of the level, what is this telling you? I mean, price action is telling you here we need more liquidity for another leg. All right. So that's why it's actually Kumar, for example, this is a typical play of swings for Tony. This is I mean, in a different time frame, right? When he's looking for, for the break of a previous higher time frame level, he's waiting for something like this, for price action to approach to this level, because if it breaks, it's gonna have a strong momentum to the upside. But if it fails here, you can catch this knife and, and be safe, right? Because your risk will be small right here, right before it tries to break. And if it breaks but doesn't have continuation, doesn't have momentum, what is gonna do? Well, it's gonna hunt for liquidity again. And well, look at this. It came back, for example, this play, it came back to a huge liquidity pool, its previous day high. It tried, but it failed. So what is price doing? Well, it's looking for the next liquidity pool. Where is the next liquidity pool? Well, low of the day for today. Low of the day for today. It's consolidating here, but it's not enough to get buyers to step in. It's not enough to look for liquidity to actually bounce. What is it doing? Well, it's going for the next liquidity pool. What is the next liquidity pool? Look at this. Previous day close, and the 15-minute chart key levels. These are usually previous highs and lows on the daily, right? So when we talk about reading price action, is not just looking at the candles, right? It's understanding what's going on with the candles. The candles are just telling you a story, right? That it's a fairy tale of interactions between buyers and sellers. And when, like when buyers are sellers, like they win this battle. Okay, well, they start looking, they always are looking for liquidity. All right, they always are looking for liquidity. So right here, it was building some liquidity here, but it was not enough to break this previous week high. So what price is doing? Well, it's going for the next liquidity pool, previous day high. It's not enough. Well, let's go for the next liquidity pool, today's low. low of the day. All right, low of the day. Okay, it's not enough. Okay, well, let's go for the next liquidity bull. And this is why having a good preparation, guys, having your key levels, understanding your key levels, it's it's key. It's a key skill for traders, right? I mean, uh, it's it's really nice that I can share my key levels with you in the morning. It's really nice that you can take a look, compare with your, but you need to understand how to do it by yourself, right? I mean, uh, I don't expect you in the long term to come every morning and just take my levels and copy on your charts. What I'm expecting now is that after a few weeks, or after a few weeks or maybe a few months, you already have the skill to chart by yourself and you understand how your key levels work. As you can see, and this is really important because on this past weekend, Jack had a workshop on how to draw key levels, and I was watching it, and he's actually drawing key levels very different than me, right? He's why? Because he's looking for, look at this. He's looking at key levels for taking his kind of entries, and usually he's looking for calls, right? But I'm usually looking for puts, so my key levels are a bit different because what I want to do is I'm looking for support lines or support areas or demand areas turn into supply or turn into resistance, right? So my key levels are usually on these demand zones and not in the supply zones. Why? Because I'm looking for the break of these areas. So again, you need to get your own style of charting, and you need to practice, and then you need to trust your levels, right? Because that's another thing, right? That's when people ask me like, hey Neto, how can I let my winners run? I'm always like, oh well, this is green, I'm taking profits right here, and sometimes I close my whole position because I'm afraid of a pullback, I'm afraid of price to reverse. Well, guys, you need to trust your levels. And if you watch, if look at this, this is my chart. Look at this is my chart without the intraday price action. So can you see how well key levels are working? Remember, blue lines are previous highs and lows on the daily chart, and white lines are key levels on the 15-minute chart. So can you see how well key levels work? So that's why I let my winners run, because I trust my key levels, I trust my strategy, I trust my entries. All right. So do you see how everything is involved? Your preparation, your execution, your charts, your patience, your trade management, your management of emotions like fear, like greed. Everything is involved. Everything is involved. You can't be only good at charting. You can't be only good at price action reading. You can't be only good at emotions management, right? You need to be good at all of it. At least you need, like, uh, have some sort of skills on all of this. It's a 360 degree skill, right? It's not a corner degree. It's a 360 degree. Uh, okay. Hey Neto, will it be possible for you to have a class on how to draw your key levels? Yes, I already have the script for this lesson. I was supposed to schedule this class for this Thursday, but Jack scheduled his for last weekend, so I'm probably holding this lesson for the end of December. I'm gonna take off from Friday the 19th I mean, I'm gonna trade on the 19th, but I'm gonna take off the rest of December. So probably I'm gonna have a lot of time to record some videos and to create some content. I owe you guys. I owe you not only the how to draw key levels, but I owe you a good video about the break retest boom. I owe you a good video about trade management, strike selection, uh, expiration selection. I think I owe you a few things, but don't worry, everything is coming. If you have an idea of what would you like me to record and teach you on this YouTube channel, because I'm not gonna do any technical training on the Traders Lab. Everything that on the technical side is gonna be here on my YouTube channel. So even if you don't belong to any of these communities, you can take a look and learn something. So yeah, I mean, if you have an idea of what would you like to see on a video, please shoot me an email. It's neto at tradingperformancecoach.com. Shoot me an email and let me know what would you like to learn from here, right? Option for dummies. Well, maybe not that basic. Maybe not that basic, but something a little bit more advanced. I would like to do it because let me tell you this, Paul. I really tried to teach people, from scratch, and I just suck on it. It's not my thing. My thing, what I actually feel and think, and I have like success cases, is when I take someone that already knows how to trade options and I refine their execution. Yeah, that's why I'm really enjoying my new venture about the coaching and mentoring on performance, right? Because that's a skill that I actually have. That I have success cases taking people that already know how to trade to consistency and profitability. But teaching from zero, that's not my thing. That's not my thing. Tenzin, how do you change the time frame on TradingView? The time frame, you just type whatever you want to see. I mean, if they are minutes, you just type the number. If it's hours, you type the number and an H. For daily, 1D. For weekly, 1W. That's how I do it. Hi Neto, actually I would like to see how to draw your stop loss. Well, that's another thing. How my stop loss, it's a percentage on my contracts. Usually it's aligned to the top of the retesting candles. That's usually my stop loss, but I'm more tilt to take my stop loss if it hits a percentage, usually 20%. Is TradingView free or we have to pay for it? I think you can have the free version and just add the tool that is on the video description, unless you want to see a lot of charts, right? Ricardo, you show me the best setup for me, the break retest boom. Good. In all of these trades, you have entered before a confirmation candle was developed and closed. No, I always wait. That, as you can see, I never enter on the retest. I'm always waiting for one or two candles, or the break of a key level or something. I never try to guess the top of the move. Hey, Paul. Mr. Round, what is the break retest boom? That's our signature play. It's the break and retest of a support turned into resistance area. How could I get info of your academy? Just visit tradingperformancecoach.com and there's a contact form. Task name. No, I usually take stop loss around 20%. So you enter for puts before the first red candle is closed. Where, Mr. Hans? On this one, yes, I took the rejection of pre-market high and the break of this area here. This area here. What is this area here? Look at this. Supply, supply, the break of this area here. Okay? Is it clear? That candle could end green. Yeah, well, it could end green. Yeah, I just trust the setup. Yeah, I mean, yes, I don't take the retest. For me, this candle here was the retest. I'm taking the next candle. And the next candle, once it breaks this area here, once it breaks the body and the candle of the retesting candle, in my experience, these candles end going lower. Okay. Aniket, I was looking at calls 1053. SPY did not take it because today did not feel good in terms of price action. Good idea. Idea was break of high of the day and retest. Was that a good play? 1053. It was a good idea. It was a good idea. Maybe I wouldn't take like 1053. Maybe I will take this one, 1055. How I will try this? I will try this at the top of like when breaking this candle here. My stop will be at the bottom of this, and I will be looking here at least 1 to 2.5 right here, 684. That's what I will be looking at, but it just didn't work. Didn't work, right? But yeah, I mean that will be a good good play. What was happening here? This is something for you, Aniket. What was happening here? Well, this erratic price action, I wouldn't be expecting like a big push. I will be more like, look, when it hits previous week high and previous week low, always expect a huge reaction. All right, always expect a huge reaction. So I mean, on this case, it wasn't a reaction, a rejection. But yeah, I mean, right here on previous week high, previous week low, always expect a huge reaction. I'm not saying a rejection, but yes, a reaction. All right. Ricardo, I look at your trade, but didn't like the reaction. It was still early. Yeah, well, it was 9:45, 9:46 actually. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, again, that's part of everyone's personality, right? For example, I don't take trades in the first 10 minutes of market. There's people that they don't take trades on the first 30 minutes of the market. There's people that they stop trading at 11 in the morning. There's people that they like the power hour. Actually, I was talking to Kevin a few days ago, and he likes the power hour. I mean, I wouldn't take a trade on power hour, but he likes it, and he found out that he has an edge for it. So again, it's depending on your personality, right? Hey Delta, how you doing? Took short 1039, 1039, 1039 here. We already talked about that. Yeah, rejection of the 15-minute low. Yeah, yeah. What we talk here is this area here, this 681 area, on the higher time frame. Let me show you here. On the higher time frame, we had a lot of all these demand zones, so that's why it failed. But yeah, I mean, I understand this entry here. 939. Why would you take that, Delta? The rejection of previous day high. Neto, in your academy, do you live training? No, I don't. I actually don't teach any technicals, guys. I want to be crystal clear with that. I don't teach any technicals on my company. I coach and mentor performance. Right? It's the right. We help traders to create habits and routines to find consistency. Right? So yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with technicals. All right. And no, I don't live trade. All right. So guys, I'm moving to QQQ because as I told you, the boss, she has a birthday lunch, so I need to run. So what I was watching here, well, this is something similar to SPY. It was the break retest of high of the day, and the next candle with some continuation. I will look for this entry here when it breaks this 622.74 key level on the 15-minute chart. I will be expecting a ride to 624 for a 122.4 risk reward, but this didn't work. As you can see, rejected high of the day a few times. Then later in the day, rejected again. And then after this second rejection, I was looking for some good entry opportunity here, and this is what I found. And let me know if you watch this and if you think that this is a nice reaction. So we finally broke this area here, this 622.74 15-minute chart key level. Is this pivot low. We came back, retested this pivot low, retested this key level on the 15-minute chart, and then the next candle, look at this. This is not at the close of the candle. This is just when it breaks this area here, this pivot low here, these candles here. When it breaks this, I will be aiming to this pivot low, right? This local low here. This is a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade, and if you were following market structure, you can see here this doesn't break market structure. This actually is like breaking and retesting this area here, and this will be a second entry, right? This will be a second entry. This is not so clear. But I mean, it's the drop, some consolidation here, and then another drop here. This actually, guys, I'm gonna hide the intraday key levels, and I want to show you this 15-minute chart key level, 15-minute chart key level, daily chart key level, 15-minute chart key level, daily chart key level. Do you see how key levels are very useful when they are done the right way? To again, they are not useful to anticipate any trades, but once price action is spinning around your key levels, you can now plan around them, right? Plan around them. Eileen, you are tuning in late. Listen to what you said about rules. I had a string of losses, small ones, but it's affecting my mental health. I think I have put on too many rules and it's so limiting for me. I need to step back and rethink. Yeah, Eileen, that's what we were talking, right? I mean, when you start having rules for everything, it feels so robotic. It feels like so limiting that you can't do, I mean, you can do your thing, right? So your rule should be there to help you, not to limit you, right? So yeah, ping me on Traders Lab, and I can help you take a look to your rules. All right. Rafa, you took a long 9:32, like the open right here. Why? Continuation of yesterday high. It's. I mean, yeah. This is what I meant, right? I mean, if you guys are comfortable taking this kind of risk because you trust your higher time frame thesis, because you have I don't know, like Rafa, this was same day expiration, or this was a different expiration? uh Tasnim, Tasnim, I was expecting it to bounce 620, 620, 620, 620 here. All right. Mr. Ram, what about so many rejections at 620.30 and still went down? How do you anticipate that 620.30 here? Well, I mean, this is market structure, my friend. I mean, this is a bounce on a liquidity level, intraday liquidity level. This is the 5 minute opening range. So yes, you should be expecting some sort of reaction. So until you don't have like a higher high and higher low, you are just letting market structure to guide the way, right? To lead the way. So that's why I mean that's why I will expect these to actually move lower, because these candles here are not reclaiming anything relevant. Do you see these candles here? I mean, yes, they are reacting on this local low. They are reacting on this 5 minute opening range high, but they are not doing something like strong, like I don't know, like maybe this candle here. Yeah, maybe this candle here. They are just, like an expected reaction on this intraday key level. So yes, this is some consolidation. So what would you look here? Well, you should be looking for the rejection of this area here, or this 50-minute chart key level, and maybe this is just an early entry, and you would like to have an entry on this candle here when it breaks all this, when it breaks this local low, when it breaks this move. This is the continuation move of this drop. How would you like to play this? I would like to play something like this, because here on this candle here you have a clear risk, right? You have a clear risk, and it's a small risk. If you take an entry right here on this candle, yes, I mean, it's kind of the same here, right? It's not a big difference. But I mean, right here, Greeks are not helping. So you are taking the first candle after the rejection. That will be nice. Um, Rafa, you are searching for broker to trade options. Where are you based right now, Rafa? Florida? But Bosma, yes, I only trade same day expiration on SPY and QQQ. Yeah, well, Rafa, send me an email, or I think Dominican Republic. I do have a recommendation, because one member of the community, she's from there, and she trades option. Let me ask her. Let me ask her. I should know the name, but I don't remember it right now. But let me ask her. Let me ask her, Rafa. Yes. Just shoot me an email, and just so I don't forget. All right, please. All right, guys. So any other question about QQQ? So would you like something like this? Like, well, look at this. I'm not sure if this is a good example. Who asked? Neto, did you get response? Yes, I did. They asked me. Well, I'm Mexican and I'm living in Texas, I live here under an investment visa, and my visa has to be renewed every few years. And we will they asked me for my passport, proof of residency or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, it's already done, and they fix it like in a day, right? So I just missed yesterday. Thank you for asking, the yeah. And today I traded with my wife's account. She has a small account, so when I'm not at home and I also want to, like, to trade, I use her account. So if I blow something, it's gonna be a small one, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's a 1:50 Eastern. Sorry, guys. I need to leave. I need to go for lunch with my wife. So I'll see you tomorrow if don't blow her account. Yeah, no. It didn't happen. Actually, I was telling her like, hey, I just made 50% on this trade. So you pay for lunch, and she was like, bro, it's my birthday. You should be paying for everything. I'm not giving you that money, and you need to pay. So yeah, double loss today. I lost my profits on that trade, and I lost. I had to pay for everything today. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. So remember, I know some of you have questions, some of you need some help. I think today we talk about something very specific. If you need help on your trading journey, and you would like to learn uh, performance trading, this right here, tradingperformancecoach.com, that's your place. But I can't help you if you are just starting to learn to trade. Yeah, it's just not the place. I mean, I can help people. I can help traders that already know how to trade, that already have a strategy, that they already have an edge, or they think they have an edge, and they have statistical data about their trades, because they have a journal, because they have Tradezella, because they have any kind of records of your log of your trades. I can help you there. But if you are just starting to trade options, I'm not your guy. But I mean, uh, send me an email, and I can lead you to the right places. Depending on what you want to do, I can lead you to the right places. All right. Uh, Guys, thank you very much for your wishes to my wife. I'm gonna let her know. She's already waiting for me, so she's listening. She's listening. And all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.